start a little bit more about with your what you're trying to do with your platform and how can people access it, and what are you specifically looking for when they sign up with you?
Yeah, definitely. So I can start off by sharing like the big picture why, because we want to inspire people. And facilitation jobs exists because we believe in a future with deeper mutual understanding, collaborative relationships, and systems thinking possibilities. And so we see facilitation as really one of the main vehicles that will help us drive towards that future. And so the platform and the company is here to connect the next generation of facilitators with leading organizations to promote that vision and to really, like what we say is, unleash lasting positive cultural change in the world. And so right now, what that looks like, boots on the ground, is when you go to the website, you can sign up for what is right now a monthly newsletter, which may change. And then we also have the platform. So you can go onto the page that says find a job, and you can see a bunch of different opportunities. So right now the platform is a place where we're finding gigs and volunteer and apprenticeship opportunities that are really being shared through word of mouth networks. So if we find someone and they're like, hey, I'm looking for a volunteer on LinkedIn, I'll be like, hey, we have a platform for that. So we're wanting to be a place where if you know of an opportunity that you can't fulfill, or if you need a co-facilitator, you can share that opportunity on the platform. It's also a place where we're fielding and convening like all of the jobby jobs, like full-time jobs, part-time jobs that you could find on like any platform like LinkedIn, Idealist, Indeed, but we're here to curate that list and really be kind of like a boutique place that's saying, like, if you're just looking for awesome facilitation opportunities, that's what we're here to support you to do, instead of having to look through all of these different sites to find that. So that's how you can engage right now. Besides that, we have other things on the website like the quiz and the ebook that you can download, and the calendar, which anyone can post a training to the calendar. The whole website's supposed to be participatory. You can engage in what's shared to the broader network and our subscriber list. And then in the future, we have plans to start up somewhat like a community of practice or like a learning network. And maybe we're even hoping to do kind of like mentorship groups and finding people that can really support these emerging facilitators with really all of the pieces that are involved with feeling confident and landing those resume building opportunities. So that's what it looks like. I could share more about it, but I'll just pause there and
well, let me give you an example. Over the last week, I've had a couple of clients come in, and their jobs that I don't want to take right now. I'm very focused on indigenizing climate change as my missional work right now. And so one was a job, just they wanted a 2-hour kind of team building session with a new team. They wanted it, it was going to be ongoing. They wanted it to be online, and they didn't know how to kind of do a really super hyper participatory Zoom meeting. And so they were asking about that. And I just referred it to one of my colleagues, and she said, sure, I'd love to do that. But is that the kind of thing that I could have posted to your site or referred that client to you and you would have put it in the right place?
Absolutely, absolutely. So like, that's the thing about finding gigs, is that often what's happening is exactly what you just described. People are hearing about a gig and they can't fulfill it. They share it with a colleague, which I think makes a lot of sense in the facilitation world, because it's often about like, can I trust this person to deliver on this project? So that is something that we want to provide more services around, because at this point, it's just free. Like if someone has a gig that they want a facilitator for, and they're getting referred, but they want more options, they can post it for free and get like, I don't even know how 20, 30 applications from facilitators who are excited to do it. But if you're looking for like a more curated, oh, we want a facilitator that has these credentials that we really trust, that's where we're wanting to build out services. So we can be like a recruiter that we could actually charge for and be like, hey, we'll help you find the right facilitators for your opportunity. So yeah, there's different ways that we're trying to approach how we connect facilitators to jobs.
Yeah. And just so another gig that came, and I haven't been able to find someone, so I will, unless this other colleague replies today, I'll pass it over to you. But it's coming up pretty quickly, and it's on the East Coast of the U.S. and it's a leadership team development, and I'm thinking, wow, I don't know anybody on the East Coast of the U.S. Right? Most of my colleagues are on the West Coast or down south, and so it's like, come in for a day and work with us, do lots of team building again. So that's interesting. two team building, that's pretty interesting. And then the afternoon, we have an internal person doing our strategic plan. I'm thinking, you're going to fly someone all the way to the East Coast of the U.S. for a half day, and I'm going, do I even want to refer this to somebody? What's the budget for that? So all those thoughts are going in my mind. But I mean, are you willing to sort of, if I had passed that on to you, would you have been willing to kind of vet that client and see, really what their budget was or whether it was useful to, who it might be useful to?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's one of the pieces where I'm like, the newsletter is monthly for now, but it may increase because people have gigs and they're like, I need someone in a week or two. So there's that piece where it's like, we're sending this newsletter that's like, here are the gigs that are available right now and you can apply for right now. And when it comes to like finding people who are right for the gig, what's been really awesome about the platform that it's been attracting really multidisciplinary facilitators across North America and really across the world. But we totally have people who are in organizational development, leadership development, the art of hosting, liberating structures, agile. Like it's really a broad network. So that's why I say, like, for free, you'll get a bunch of people. But if you want a really curated list, I'm totally here. And the company's working to be a place that's here to help find quality facilitators for the client's context and needs.
Right.
Yeah. And in addition, I'll just put one more thing, which is like, if you get a gig and you need a co-facilitator, like, and if you're looking, like, even if you're looking, what I really want to get to people is that as an emerging facilitator, it's really hard to find these gigs. You pretty much can't unless you grow your network over many years. So I'm curious to see if more established professional facilitators are open to working with emerging facilitators and having them be like an apprentice or a volunteer, or they're getting paid a little below market rate, so that they can start to get that experience, they can get their foot in the door. And I'd love to find ways to support the platform, to have the platform support that connection.